Okay, so this is part 2 of graphing the quadratic. So we're going to do some more of graphing with, remember that ax squared plus c, right? So we've talked about the ax squared, how it looks like the parent function, how the absolute value of a, if it's greater than 1, it is a vertical stretch, right? And then if the absolute value of a is less than 1, it is a vertical shrink. If a equals 1, it's neither one of those. You don't say vertical stretch or vertical shrink. If a has a negative in front of it, if a has a negative, so if you have a -2, right? This negative is called a reflection. So, and it's a reflection in the x-axis. So it's going to flip over the x-axis. We talked about that earlier yesterday. So remember, those are your words. You're going to say vertical stretch, vertical shrink. If it's a equals 1, it's neither one of those. You don't say any of that. And if it's no negative, then it's not a reflection either. Okay, so I just want to reiterate what we had talked about yesterday. Okay, so let's look at some graphs. We're going to go f of x equals 3x squared plus 2. Okay, we're going to do our coordinate plane. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then remember we're going to do x, y. We're going to do 0, 1, and -1. And then we are going to plug in our x value. So we're going to plug in the 0. So we're going to say y equals 3 times 0 squared plus 2. So we have 3 times 0, because remember you have to do exponents first, plus 2. So we have 3 times 0, which is 0 plus 2. So this becomes 2. So 0, 2, right? Because 0, x moves left and right, y moves up and down. This is a point, right? Okay. And then we're going to do 1, y equals, and we're going to say, we have our 3. Sorry, I almost forgot to put the 3 there. Let me get my eraser. Okay. And then we have 3 times 1 squared plus 2. So we have 3 times 1 plus 2. So we have 3 plus 2. So we have 5. And remember, both of these will be exactly the same. So we're going to go over 1 and up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's going to mirror it on this side. And we get this nice little curve here. Okay. Now we're going to discuss. Let's look at our a value. The absolute value of 3 is 3. So it is greater than 1. So this is a vertical stretch, right? Vertical stretch. Then we have this 2. Remember, it's moving up. So it went up 2. So that is the first thing you're going to say. So then, and then you're going to say it's a translation up 2. Okay, and so that's what you would say for your work. Let's look at another one. Okay, so I have it all started. So we're going to say when x, right, y equals 1/2 x squared minus 1. So we're going to plug in our x value. So we have y equals 1/2 0 squared minus 1. And so then we have 1/2 times 0 minus 1. So we do this multiplication first, PEMDAS, 0 minus 1. So -1. So when x is 0, y is -1. Now let's look at when it is 1/2. So we have 1/2, 1, when x is 1, squared minus 1. So we have 1/2 times 1 minus 1. Multiply that together, that just becomes 1/2 minus 1. 1/2 minus 1 is -0.5 or -1/2, right? So you can do 0.5 if you want, or you can say 1/2. So I'm going to go over 1 and I'm going to go down halfway, right? Go over 1 and down halfway. And I have this arch that looks like this. Okay, so now let's look at our a value. The absolute value of 1/2 is 1/2. It is less than 1. So less than 1 is a vertical shrink. So you need to state that. Then we have this negative 1. What happened? Well, it moved down. We're talking about that parent function. Remember, how did it compare to that? So this is a translation down 1. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at this one. We have when x is 0. So we're going to say y equals negative 3, 0 squared plus 1. Remember, you always do your exponents first. So negative 3 times 0 plus 1. So we multiply first. So negative 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1. So it becomes 1. So our point is at 0, 1. Why did I put it at 0? Let's do that. Undo. 0, 1. I put it at a negative 1. Right? 0, so it doesn't move left and right. It just moves up 1, right? Y moves up and down. Okay. So now let's look at when x is 1. So we have y equals negative 3, 1 squared plus 1. So we have negative 3 times 1. You have to do this first, your power of 2 first. Think of PEMDAS. Then we have to multiply first. So negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3. Plus 1, negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So now we're going to go over 1, and I'm going to go up 2. 1, or I'm sorry, I'm going to go down 2. Sorry. Let me focus on that, right? So I go over 1, right, and I'm going to go down 2. So I'm going to go down 1, 2. And this is going to be the same thing, and negative 2. These two match because they mirror each other because they are symmetric, right? And then we have this nice little curve. Let me undo that. Looks a little wonky here. So we have this nice little curve. Oh, goodness. I'm kind of struggling here. Let's try that again. Right? So we have this nice little curve. It looks a little V-ish. But hopefully we kind of get this idea that we get this curve here. It should be more curved out like that. Okay. If I can erase this, go smaller here. I'll kind of erase these little lines here. And so we kind of go out, right? A little more than there. Okay, so now let's look at our A value. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3, so it's greater than 1, so it is a vertical stretch. Okay, then we have our 1, so that means that is so that's the first thing. Then we have a translation up 1. Then we also have this negative, so remember the negative is a reflection. And it is a reflection in the x-axis, but you don't have to state that, okay? Just a reflection. So graph and then state if something happens. Remember, if your A value is 1, it is not a vertical stretch, and it is not a vertical shrink. There's nothing, okay? And have a great day.